What's going on, everyone? The rules here. I watched the video of Mark Dice, and that guy was saying that, there's Jesus was gay, okay? Well, first of all, yeah, the reason why people say that Jesus was gay is, I think it's Jewish thing. It's like to mock Jesus. Oh, you don't have a girlfriend, you hang around men, it means you're gay. So what? There are a lot of guys out there who are friends with mostly guys. It doesn't mean that they're gay. Doesn't mean that at all. You cannot say if somebody doesn't have kids or doesn't have a girlfriend and can go out with only men, that person is gay. That's just bullshit. And I heard the same thing because people told me, oh, you don't have a girlfriend, you're gay. No, not at all. It doesn't mean that. People have different reasons not be single, but doesn't mean that they're gay. So they're just stupid, okay? Then that guy, Mark Dice was talking about Jesse Ventura, who used to be a Christian, and now he became an atheist, and he was saying how stupid it is to be an atheist. I think that this statement by itself, and you saying that being atheist is stupid, that's kind of racist, and it's against atheists. But in this country, because America is a Christian country and Christians a majority, if you're Christian you can say whatever you want. But if you're atheist, no, atheists are not majority, you cannot say that Christianity is stupid. But if you're Christian, you can. Why? Because this country mostly Christian. And I think that this is a racist statement because this is discriminatory against atheists and discriminatory against the people who don't think like a majority. And that's racist in my opinion. Because why should I think like a majority thinks? Why am I obligated to think like a majority thinks? It means that I cannot be a free thinker, and if I think the way I want to think, that's wrong. This is what it means, right? That's racist. And this is kind of the problem. You cannot say anything, you cannot say things which hurt somebody else. You cannot say things which will hurt majority of the people. But if you're minority, it's like this. If you're minority, you don't think like everybody else, you should shut the fuck up, otherwise you're not gonna get shit. But if you think like everybody else, then you're good. And that's the problem with American people. We say that in this country we have freedom of speech, but if you say something which other people don't like, then you fucked. People are afraid that the United States is gonna be a police state. You know what, in my opinion, it is the police state already. Because you know what, if for expressing your opinion you may not get a job, or you may not do anything, and of course your opinion may be not job related, but because, for example, you say Christianity is stupid, you may not get a job because your boss may be Christian. That's a discrimination, because what, for example, accounting job or whatever job or doctor job has to do with your personal beliefs? Nothing. So why should people discriminate you because you don't think like they do? That's straight up racism, okay? So that Mark Dice guy, he's a pretty Christian racist person, okay? Because he said that being atheist is stupid and it's wrong. And you cannot really say that. Because, okay, there are valid and invalid points about Christian religion. Okay, the valid point, the universe cannot create in itself, right? Because we all know, we humans, we were given birth, everything comes from somewhere, right? And here, there is no God, but so how the universe was created? Because the universe has to come from somewhere too. Fair enough, but okay, that proves that maybe there is some force exists, but that doesn't prove that Jesus is a God, or Allah is a God, or whatever, that biblical or God of Quran or God of Torah is a real God. It doesn't prove that. It just proves that there was a force which created the universe. So I believe that there is a force which created the universe, which lives in a different reality, different dimension, and that force doesn't need our prayers because this force just created us and let us hanging and doesn't care about us. But that force exists and we will call it force God. But it doesn't need our prayers because, like I said, that force is somewhere else, in different reality. It's like Temple Run principle, like I said a couple years ago. People create a Temple Run and we create these computer games. People which live in computer games, they ruled by people. They just kind of living in different reality, right? All these computer game heroes. The same thing with people, and God. God is probably lives in different reality from everyone else. That's why God doesn't need any prayers or worshippers. Because temple run heroes, they don't worship software designers. They don't know who even created the game. They just run around and people are pressing the buttons, so the hero is running around. The same thing, you know, with people. God presses the buttons, so force presses the buttons, and people are running around. This is kind of shows that yes, there is a force which created the universe, but we don't know anything about it. So that's agnosticism. And I found that to be true. I believe that that's like the most sensible thing in my opinion. And you know, I talked to some weak Christians and they said, well, if we all gonna look like what's true, what's not, then everyone would be an agnostic. But because we were taught that, you know, Jesus is a God, etc., etc., because we grew up with the Christianity, right? That's why it's easier for us and more comfortable to believe that Jesus is a God. So basically that religion, that thing, okay, this is not the truth, this is what you've been taught from your childhood. So a lot of people say that, no, this is truth or that's truth, but that's not the truth, that's what you've been taught to be truth. But you know what, I have different upbringing, I didn't grow up with the religion, I'm a free thinker. My ancestors were Jewish, they followed Judaism, but it was 3 generations ago. Starting from my grandparents, nobody even followed Judaism. So I grew up as an atheist, even though I did go for Jewish school. I learned some Hebrew Jewish traditions and Jewish history, but I didn't really practice Judaism growing up, and I was not even that much of a part of Jewish community, and I never even followed Shabbos, none of that shit. I really grew up as an atheist, so I just have an opportunity to see the world as is. I don't, you know, I don't have the dogma or idea, and a lot of people do because they grew up with certain religion, they grew up with certain things are true, you know, heaven, hell, whatever it is. But I didn't grow up with it, so. But you're saying that atheism is stupid, you believe in that because it's contradict to the things which you've been taught as a kid, okay? But it doesn't mean that what you're saying it's actually true. It's just unconventional opinion for you. And that's why you don't like what that person Jesse Ventura says. So that's just your opinion, nothing else. Nothing more than that. And I have my opinion too, which is different. All the best, you guys. Peace out, later.